playing with a complete 48-minute effort. How pleased were you with your group's ability to do that tonight?
Very pleased. I think they responded the right way to the other night, took the challenge on to play for 48 minutes, and I think this group did a very good job of holding each other accountable and just continuing to play the right way, first and foremost defensively.
How do you characterize Paulo's game?
I thought Paulo was good. I think he's trying to make the right plays, make the right passes. For his standard, I don't think he probably wanted to knock some more free throws down. But again, just continue to keep his effort going, staying the same the entire game. I think that's very important for him as we continue to move forward.
Bonus came out with 11 in the first quarter, with 14. Did you put a little added defensive touch on him?
I think just understanding what we need to do with him, keeping him off the glass was big. Obviously he does a heck of a job down there, but just being a little bit more physical, and he got a lot of it, just us fouling him. So when we did the job without fouling, I think that's where we improved the game plan.
Obviously, we know what Paolo and Franz can do, but how big was it for the second unit to not only keep its pace but add to the lead?
I thought our second unit was great. I think when they stepped into the game, they had so much energy, so much pop, so much there was just a great energy about the way in which they played off of each other, with one another. I think that was a great, I thought it was just really great how they provided that for us tonight.
You've talked about trying to play your best basketball at this time of year as you get closer and closer to the postseason. I think you guys have won 7 of your last 11. Does it feel like those pieces are finally coming together and you're finding the consistency that you expected maybe back at the beginning of the season?
I think we just got to stay the same. I think that's slowly, piece by piece. I think it's one game at a time, but we're doing some really good things, and the more we can string it together for 48 minutes, the better we'll be, yes.
You guys officially clinched a postseason spot tonight. I know it's just play-in and there's still 7 games left, but does that mean anything to you guys at this point, or is it still just one game at a time mentality?
One game at a time. We're not done, and that's what we have to continue to focus on. One game at a time. You got the Clippers coming in here. Our focus needs to be on the Clippers now and understand exactly what we need to do for that game at home.
What are the expectations for this Clippers game? With the Clippers game?
I think, we'll have to take a look at film and see what they're doing. They play tomorrow night in Cleveland, so I think our ability to study the game plan, know who's going to play for them, who's not going to play for them, and then, look forward to exactly what we're going to do on Monday. But we'll have to watch the game tomorrow and study some film and see where we go.
What did you notice from Caleb's confidence tonight, and have consistent minutes helped him?
I think his consistent work ethic has helped him. I think he works, and I've said it last night, said it the other day, he's just one of the hardest workers we have, and he just stays consistent with that. Whether he's playing 2 minutes or 22 minutes, he's going to be the same. He's steady, he's defending, he's in the right spots defensively. Offensively, he's moving and shifting the spots where guys want to find him, and that work ethic has paid dividends for him.
You talk about playing a full 48 minutes. You guys jumped out fast tonight. How important was that to just kind of set the tone for the evening?
The response. I think that's the biggest thing, that you showed the response of what we did the other night, just knowing exactly how serious we need to take it and what we need to do while we're at home. And then as we go on the road, the same mentality.
I know sometimes in games with wide margins, you can kind of lose the plot a little bit because you're up so much. But how important is it to have a game where everything clicks like this and you kind of have that focus for at least the majority of the game while it's in the balance like this?
Just playing magic basketball. I think that's what we look for most, more than anything, is just our ability to play the right way. First defensively and then offensively, where we're sharing it, where we're moving it, where we're attacking the basket, where we're getting stops to get out and run. All of those little things, no matter who's in the game and no matter what point of the game, are we playing our style of basketball?
Coach, you've talked a lot about 7-game series throughout the season. You look at 7 games at a time. You've got 7 games left, 1 series left. How much are you using this series coming up to kind of evaluate where you are going into this playoffs?
Yeah, I think this moment, as much as I want to talk about a 7-game series, I think it's really just focusing on the one game at a time as we move forward, just because we know, what's coming on the back end of it. And I think we just got to really focus on that opponent as a playoff game each time we step into it.
You satisfied with how you managed the turnovers tonight?
14 for 19 points. I think there were moments we could have done a better job of taking care of it. I think us getting down in the gap, early pass outs could have been better. But I think overall, I think our willingness and ability to pass the ball was there.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
That's Caleb right here.